I've come to PallMann in Germany to meet with Mike Hamer, who is PallMann's brand manager. Mike, I want to ask you about these two products, specifically for schools. What are the advantages of Magic Oil and Pallex 98 Gold for schools?
You've got to understand a little bit about two different technologies, in that an oil, which is what Magic Oil is, it's a hard wax oil that's cross-linked, penetrates into the wood and protects on the inside, and a lacquer, which is what Pallex 98 Gold is a surface coating, a bit like an old-fashioned varnish if you like, but very, very strong. It's a surface coating. So if you like, this protects on the outside of the wood and this protects on the inside of the wood. Okay. Both are very, very good at their jobs. But of course, school halls, school classrooms are very busy places. So it's important that whatever you put on is really strong enough and robust enough to actually take the wear and tear of that level of traffic. It's really important, especially with multi-purpose halls, perhaps in primary schools, where you might have assembly one day, 1 minute, gym stuff 1 minute, they might use it for lunch, and then it's back to lessons in the afternoon, sort of a multi-purpose thing. Then it's really important that protection is good enough, if you like. Yeah. And normally, under normal circumstances, most people would use a lacquer. And Pallex 98 is a fantastic lacquer. We think it's probably the best lacquer in the world, but we would say that. But in reality, it's really strong. It cross-links at the surface, so it makes it really tough and scratch resistant, so it will last for quite a long time. It takes all sort of hammer. It makes it also very easy to clean. And it has a slip resistance, which conforms to DIN 18032, which is for sports hall use as well as for general use. But in a multi-purpose hall, of course, that's quite an important thing in a school, because you need to have the right level of slip resistance. Okay. So Pallex 98 Gold is fantastic. 3 coats of it, does a great job. You'd need to go and help the school just build a maintenance program, or we can do that. But that will then last them for a long, long time.
Okay.
On the other side now, the oil is a much more natural thing. The oil penetrates into the wood. It nurtures the wood, if you like, from the inside. But we use the same cross-linking. Cross-linking means the molecules bond more tightly at the surface, to mean it's much more resilient to dirt and soil collecting on it, much easier to clean, much more resistant to high levels of traffic that you might find in a busy school, or any environment, but school particularly. But the real nice thing about this is that this penetrates into the wood and it sits in the wood almost forever. So providing...
Protects it from the inside.
It does. It really looks after it from the inside. And then forms at the surface a really protective coating. No, a really protective surface. Because it doesn't sit above the wood. It leaves it looking really natural. A little bit less shiny than a lacquer, but completely natural. And of course it's a very natural product. And the cross-linking makes it very strong as well. This has also got a built-in slip resistance to R10, which again is DIN 18032. Again for schools, fantastic, everything they need. So they're similar in terms of their protective abilities from the outside, from the inside, perhaps a little bit more natural, a little bit less chemistry in that. But crucially, with an oil, if you get a scratch or a mark or some wear areas, given time, you can just patch in an oil.
You can sand it back and patch it up.
You can.
Fix it.
And it's really easy to do that.
And also, I know that with the oils, periodically, you can top them up.
Yes.
Which was another great advantage.
Yeah.
For longevity.
It's quite easy to do. Either if you wanted to offer the school an ongoing contract to come in, maybe school holidays or Christmas time, and actually clean the floor off and buff another coat on, then that's fine too.
As far as environmental, what are the differences between the two?
Okay, so they're both chemistry. This is probably slightly more synthetic chemistry, but really strong. This is less synthetic chemistry, more natural chemistry, if you like.
So I'm thinking of the children in the school.
Oh yeah, well the beauty of that is this contains a little bit of solvent. The beauty of this is this contains no solvent whatsoever.
Right.
So there's no smell. It dries, and what they call curing in coatings means it hardens much quicker than this. This takes 48 hours to go fully hard and is a little bit smelly. This takes 12 hours to get to full cure, hardness, and there's no smell with it at all. So I love them both. I'm very proud of them both.
So you should
be. For me, Magic Oil is just a great product for that.
Well, we've already used that in schools.
And it looks
with
great.
Great effect. And it looks wonderful, and it's very maintainable, and like we say, you can top it up and fix it and everything else. But I find that schools are very interested in the environmental thing and the welfare of their children, and so they should be.
Yeah.
So for me, I'd go, it's the magic oil thing for me, and it's a great product to apply.
Yeah.
It's quicker,
Yeah.
and it's every bit. So there you go. We've got two fantastic products, both from PallMann, both the best in the world. Thank you, Mike.
No, pleasure.
Wonderful. Good to see you again.
Thank you, Adrian. See you again soon.
Cheers.